2 and 1. We're live. Hello, welcome world. We are streaming to the whole wide world. Anybody anywhere in the world can in principle see it. But this is the Charity Jamboree. We have done it a number of times before. This is a collaboration between Agile Ventures and wrong thing. Agile Ventures and Makers Academy. Agile Ventures. Makers Academy. Agile Ventures. There you go. It's a collaboration. It's the two things combined. So we've got a few things actually going on here. As well as the Charity Jamboree, after the Charity Jamboree, we're going to be doing the main Jamboree. Isn't that right, Tom?
Yeah, so it's not that about 1 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should be. We've got 4 charity presenters today. Basically, the way the whole Charity Jamboree works, and maybe we can just close the doors there because Gerard's got a big voice. It's awesome. Hey, Gerard. Wave a smile. Wave a smile. Is like a worldwide group of programmers who don't generally meet in person but get together online and code on charity projects to try and make the world a better place and also level up their code. Makers Academy, as many people here know, is a 12-week boot camp in which people get turned from not knowing anything about code into superhero developers who can go out and get junior developer jobs. So the last 2 weeks of Makers Academy involves a final project where students get together in teams of, here we go, just put it back. I don't know. This is, this projector stand is on its off. But so, yeah, two-week projects, 4 teams of 4, 5, 6 students getting together to work on, essentially what's a large prototype. And we've had in the past, charities come in and pitch their ideas, and we go through sort of a voting process. And in the main Jamboree, the students pitch their own ideas, and then the popular projects that the coaches think are practical within the 2-week period, they can turn into real things. And there's been a number of this is weird. Number of successful. It's been very exciting, and I think it's a wonderful opportunity to both develop some tech for charities and also give students a chance to work with real customers. And I think that's the crucible in which true development skills are forged. Not just working on a toy project, but working on a project with a real customer who has some end goal in mind and working out how you can bend the system to work for them. So I guess we will get started off because time apparently waits for no man. So I think maybe we'll just go first. If Justin, are you ready for your presentation on Sarai?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, and I guess we're having. Well, then if we're having audio issues, it's going to be challenging. Can you hear us all right, Justin?
I'm hearing you well right now. Sometimes it's copy and the video and audio.
Yeah, that sounds pretty trouble to me. I'm going to shut down my audio on my end on the hope that that will make audio work well for you. How about now?
Yes, it's good still now.
I'm going to turn you down a little bit. Let's see if the audio stream can stabilize. I'm just going to set up the screen share and go and find. I've got a number of different presentations, I think, also including yours, on the screen here that maybe you'll be able to see. I mean, I think we've had times before with remote presenters when, depending upon the internet weather conditions, if the audio ends up being not so good, then it can be a problem. We will see. I need to go back into presentation mode there, don't I? Let's see. Justin, can you hear us okay?
Yes, I'm hearing you well.
Okay. And it's slightly choppy from your end. Do you want to start telling us about Sarai.org? I mean, we may have to, if the audio is too bad, we may have to stop you and I may have to do the best I can from this end. But do you want to start telling us about Sarai.org?
Yes, I would love to. So thank you, brothers and sisters at Makers Academy and Agile Ventures, for being here. Good luck in your efforts as aspiring developers. Here to talk about our project, Sarai.org, the vision, function, and invitation briefly. And would you please go to the next slide?
Yeah, I'm just going to, we can't really hear that, can we? No. So I guess what we'll do is we'll just pause there and we'll go to, we have Rachel here to present in person. So we'll maybe just skip you there, Justin. If you can get on a hard wired link rather than a Wi-Fi, that may improve it. It may also, the internet weather conditions may improve. But maybe we'll go first to Rachel if you're good to go. Okay, so we've got Rachel from Volunteer Action Harrow Cooperative, and I've also got her slides up here. So yeah, if you'll, I'll reset the counter. And the idea is we cap in the charity jamboree. The presentations are capped to 5 minutes, and that's a hard count. And in the main jamboree, capped to 1 minute. Fast one right now. But yeah, away you go, Rachel.
Okay, hello. My name is Rachel. I am from Voluntary Action Harrow Cooperative, and we are a small organisation in the London Borough of Harrow. And our whole aim is around helping other small charities. So we do a lot of advice. We do things like CRB checks for people. A lot of it behind the scenes. And one thing we get asked a lot, people ring us, members of the public, other charities, and they say, do you know a charity that does X, Y, and Z? And generally we do. We've got a good knowledge of what's going on. Everyone can register their information, and we can just point people to a website or even use that to refer to ourselves. So this is where we got in contact with Sam, and we've actually been working with Sam coming up to 2 years.
Is it coming up to 3?
I don't know, it's been a long time. Quite well. So what we have developed is Harrow Community Network, and we have taken information from the Charity Commission website, and we've created an interactive website, and this shows the registered charities that are in Harrow. So this shows our borough and where all the charities are. So you can see there's a lot of different charities there. But we wanted something that was a bit more interactive so charities can look after their own information. So for us to update and keep all this information live is quite time consuming. There's over 600 registered charities, and then there's also smaller groups that we want to include as well. So this is a piece of work that Sam has been working with us and with some developers, and they have created this. So this is just a snapshot of the home screen. And the other bit I've just brought is, so then all individuals can search, and then they can go in and find information on different charities. I haven't included all the background pages, but behind the scenes, the charities can register to update their own information. So, for example, this is Harrow Gateway, so if you come from this organisation and not already logged on, you can claim your organisation. And this is all different functions that we've been working with different developers over the years. So we've been taking different aspects out and then trying to see how we can work this out. So we've also got a section about volunteering. We're also looking to develop things around local events. Maybe in Harrow we've got like a local forum where groups come to share information, and we're looking at maybe providing something for them on this website. So that's what our next stage is. So that's really it. So that's the end. Within my 5 minutes, I think.
You're totally on time. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's about us. That's our website.
Wow. Thank you very much, Rachel. This one might work because that's doing a good try. I don't have my to do with the cable. If you can bring my mic to my desk in the flat, the whole thing will connect my phone to it. So I'm being told that we've got poor internet weather here, and it's maybe at our end, which is frustrating. I think we have got plans to have more hard links available. I don't know that we have actually any in this room. I'll just check in with the crowd out there. Guys, were you able to hear much of Rachel's presentation? And if you don't answer, then I will assume that you couldn't.
For us, and we can Justin. Is there a problem?
Well, we do have hard points in various places around the room. I think like right now it might be difficult to do it on the fly. But I'll see. We've got one person, Patrick, there heard it without a problem. I guess we could just try. Justin has been working hard to prepare. A couple of people say they're hearing it okay. Justin, who's in I think he's in New York, has been like champing at the bit to give this presentation. He's been testing me every day. So I think we'll try and give him one more chance. Justin, do you want to try talking to us, and we'll see if we get a reasonable audio feed from you?
Yes, please. I would love to. Thanks.
I hear you speaking. Well, there's a little green thing telling me you are speaking, but it's not working. Let's just go to Thomas. How about you with Thomas? Audio from you?
Do you hear me?
And now we're not even hearing anything at all. It's like this is cool.
Without any problems?
Did you remember me falling over this cable? I unplugged the speakers. Okay. All right, guys. So we had done with a simple ridiculous thing on our Thomas?
Do you say?
Whoa. Okay. So we're getting you. That was very loud. I've turned you down. Go again.
Right. Hello, makers.
Hello, Thomas. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello to all the makers that I know personally, and I miss you, and I miss our Makers Academy DS Drinking Society. Really. Anyway, glad to be with you. So you know a lot about Agile Ventures since before because I've told you about it, and Sam has been telling you a lot about Agile Ventures, and he mentioned this project about that we are initiating now about developing our services further. We've been working for 2 years or a little more than 2 years with getting junior developers connected to charities in order to set up projects so junior developers can practice their coding skills and charities can get some real life working solutions being produced and pushed out there and then used in real life situations, right? So I guess that Sam will be telling you a bit more about a project that we have about onboarding charities, but what I would like to talk to you about is a new site or a new tool to onboard junior developers and project managers, and a tool that will allow people to collaborate with each other and on projects that are already set up. So we have this site called agileventures.org right now, and it's working and it's cool and everything is nice. But
we can hear you reasonably well, but your audio stream's a little bit breaking up. Should we just shut down your video and I'll show the site itself?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So the agileventures.org site is up and running and it's cool. It has the basic functionalities that we use and we need, but it has a little bit too much functionality sometimes, and it has evolved by collaboration of several dozens of programmers, and it's based on Rails, and the code is a little sometimes a little bit spaghetti-ish kind of thing. And so what we would like to do is to reboot that project basically. From the perspective of ongoing project and members that are on board already, and so what we would like you guys to do for us, if you are interested, is to create an MVP with some new ideas how to do things, perhaps another stack if you're interested in that, and basically just help us evolve Agile Ventures and that particular tool to serve our members better than we do today. So just a quick note on what is important for us.
Thomas, I think I'm going to have to stop you there. Unfortunately, the audio was good, but it's deteriorated again.
All right.
I think I may have to take over from you there.
The most important things, at least.
Yeah. If that's all right, I'll take over from you there. Apologies for this, guys. I will never run an event like this unless I have a hard cable. I don't want to ever do this over Wi-Fi again, and I'm sure you don't want to either. So my apologies for that. What Thomas was talking about was the main Agile Ventures project itself, which has been running for the last 2 years, which, as I was saying before, connects many developers around the world to work on projects for good causes. And so the site itself, which is a Ruby on Rails framework, was designed collaboratively by people who'd never met in person, pairing on remote bits of code, building the system, and it's worked quite well. You saw there on the front page how our current activity, which is the charity Jamboree, we practice more than open source. We practice open development, right? So that's the idea that you're not just putting the source up there. You're putting everything that you do. The pair programming is live streamed. All the meetings with the client are live streamed and made available as recordings for people to watch and see how the whole process works. Yeah, and we have big Slack chat rooms and this, that, and the other. So and this is a great example of a site with wonderful intentions, but the code's got messy. It got big. We had 30, 40, 50 programmers from all around the world kind of going, oh, yes, I can add this feature and that feature and so on. And it's got big. And it's got a lot of nice features. When we start Hangouts, they're automatically sent to Slack and this, that, and the other. But there's a project here for Agile Ventures, which is not a registered charity, but we're a non-profit, which is to build a new version of this site. Can we build a slimmed-down version of the site that's really going to meet the needs of the developers trying to join the global community of Agile Ventures coders. So that's the project that Thomas was sort of presenting there. He's been the project manager for, I was the client and he was the project manager for this Agile Ventures site as it was built. Going forward, if you chose this project for your final project, Thomas would be the client, and you would organize yourselves, and I'd probably help you with the project management. But I think it's there's a worthy cause here. Similarly, to back up to Rachel's projects, I'm the project manager for that one. So if you were to get involved in doing that, Rachel is the client, and all of these projects need to be organized around a clear agile process where you have regular contact with the clients and so forth. So I think I'm going to wrap it up there. That's the main, it's reworking the Agile Ventures site would be the projects there. Let's go, and so we'll see if we can possibly get something from Justin. Maybe I will just talk through his slides. He was introduced by a Makers alumni. Let's just go and see there. Justin, are you there? How are you doing? You just want to say hi to us?
Yes, hi.
Okay. That hi sounded fine. Do you want to even start telling us about sarai.org? He said cautiously and hesitantly. We've got your slides. I think you can see the screen. Do you want to tell us about sarai.org?
Yes, I would love to. So gratitude, brothers and sisters, for being here, and good luck in your efforts as aspiring developers. Can you hear me okay now?
It's stable at the moment. Just keep speaking. Don't stop. Let's while the internet is stable. Tell us all about sarai.org.
Sarai.org. Vision, function, invitation. Please go to the next slide. So our vision is a free, open network where people can connect to offer and request free help for any beneficial purpose. This means there will be listings of offers people want to help the world, and someone could come and take them up on that. There'll be requests for something people need or want, anything at all that's for a good purpose, beneficial. Let's go to the next slide. Thank you. So a little more detail about the function. It's centered around individuals and small groups for the most part, driven by the actions of its users. People can get in touch internationally for any purposes or locally, such as language experience and friendship. You could team up for social issues, environmental efforts, basic help with anything and everything. Anything from asking to be lent a hammer or offering your community or any one person free tennis lessons. You could plant trees together. And next slide. Here's our invitation. We invite you who feel inspired to join and cooperate in the co-creation of this vision. We work oriented to freedom, love, cooperation, and passion. Now let's open to any questions and comments and what have you.
Any questions for Justin about his vision, about what he wants to achieve? So a question from the floor that was saying, is the project started yet? Have you got some stuff together, or this is still at the concept stage?
It's mostly at the concept stage. We had one mock-up of the homepage, which we'd like to change, though it can be used as a jumping-off point. We have our business plan, initial business plan, as well as an initial site function outline, and some other aspects of the operations have been coming together for the past year or so, which we could talk about.
Cool. Any other questions at all? If not, I'll just say, I think there's the advantage here, like Justin's a non-technical user. You're not a programmer, are you, Justin?
No, I'm just a light computer user. I basically understand things, but I'm not experienced in programming.
Yeah, and so he is like a wonderful example of a non-technical end user, a client who will, need your help to work out what can be done, like what parts of his vision could be implemented easily within the scope of the 2 weeks. And so, yeah, that is potentially a very valuable opportunity. Justin, I believe, is in the East Coast of the US. It's very early. It's relatively early. What time is it there now? You're like about 8 a.m. for you now?
Just before 8 a.m. and I just moved to my new home in Montclair, New Jersey. It's lovely here.
Oh, you're in New Jersey, right? Wonderful. Yeah, and so this would also be great practice working with a distributed global team, right? This goes on, you go say, oh, what did you do for your final project? We built a system for this guy in New Jersey. We coordinated with him remotely through Hangouts like this and email and so on. I think sounds pretty good to any hiring partner. You might want to get a job.
It's a distributed effort to make it for a distributed user and function-based.
Yeah, and then that's part of the challenge is that the system that you want to build is one that can be used in a distributed fashion. Of course, the thing is, within 2 weeks, probably we can't change the world with this, but you could probably build an interesting prototype.
Sure, anything that can be done, we're very grateful.
Excellent. And question, yes?
So I understand well, you want to have people just sign up for the website in general, and then they can ask favors to change the world between each other.
Did you hear the question, Justin?
I missed the very end, which was the fine point of the question.
So you want people to sign up for your website and have help each other and help change the world by helping each other and helping other people via each other by signing up.
Yes.
I don't see.
Yes, exactly. Exactly, and there's no obligation to help the other person back. It's just purely giving out of the goodness of the heart, and you can help back, of course, but it's just free giving, free helping,
free loving, almost. Yeah. Well, and I think it's interesting. There's a parallel there in that. Agile Ventures is what it's about. It's about people with technical skills giving help to each other, and I think Justin's envisaging something there where people are just, whether they have technical skills or not, are just giving help. Well, there we go. So, I had in my mind for the final presentation, which was, we talked already about Agile Ventures and about redoing the Agile Ventures site. The other concept, which is actually mine, and we'll wrap up with this for me, I did have many other charities who were saying they're going to be here today. They've all pushed off to the next one in 6 weeks, which I'm a little frustrated about. But that's what happens. People have busy lives. But yeah, the final one. So the final of the 4. So we've got Voluntary Action Harrow, a cooperative from Rachel. We've got working with Thomas, which is a new prototype of the Agile Ventures site. We've got Sarai.org with Justin, based in New Jersey. And then the final one is we have all of these great projects. We've got about 6 or 7 that have been done by previous teams of Makers students, like for tracking solar panels, for registering, connecting students with politicians, for helping apprentices in in Barcelona. There's all these different kinds of things that I struggle. All of them are in kind of there as projects in the Agile Ventures project thing. But what we don't really have at the moment is some kind of showcase to show. These are the amazing things we've done, and there's amazing stuff that people never met before. It's just, you just see I'm tinkling. There's so much cool awesomeness there, but it's difficult to see. This site is really designed for the developers. My vision and my pitch to you as a charity project, the site's different from this, but it's pitched towards the charities, and it's a place for the charities to sign up and say, this is, we could use help with these things, and it would include the showcase of the great charity work that's been done already. And so if you're interested in doing either, a developer site for Agile Ventures or a charity site for Agile Ventures as a final project, do come and talk to me. But I think, thank you so much for your patience putting up with the Wi-Fi issue, which I will beat to death with a stick later on this evening. That Wi-Fi cabinet. Yes, that is the charity Jamboree. Shall we have a short break before going into the main Jamboree, Ptolemy? What do you...
Let's have a 5-minute break.
All right. Okay, thanks very much, everyone. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, everybody there in the outside world.
Thank you.
I'm going to mute you on the big screen.
Yeah.
One less thing. Yeah, well, I mean, it's all around, I guess in principle, yeah, no problem. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking, I actually realized the nursing, like, there's nothing yeah. Well, I mean, shall I just show you this? See what we see the space to do. I guess I'll shut down the recording here, guys. I'm just gonna. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. We'll have the main Jamboree up shortly. Okay, cool. Yeah, pull over another one. Or well, I can still be there. Still 3, 4, 6. Yeah. Well, I don't think they can pitch but at least they can hear.
Okay.
Is the idea.
So we don't need to check that.
But I don't think we need. Well, I would say that based on what we have, think of the Wi-Fi. If they want to pitch the idea, they should do it in chat. So, are you? If you're in the Hangout. Okay. So, do you want to have a video feed? So they can see the person talking. Okay. Unmute.
Hello.
So, check here. And I minimize this and it. Okay. I'm also going